cartoon. Who can tell me what kind of sports there are in the Olympics? We've got weightlifting. What else do we have? Swimming.
How to say it? How to say it?
There's badminton. Is it badminton?
พูดภาษาไทยไม่ออกเลยนะ
Jumping.
Yes. Yes. High jumping. Track and field.
Is it called
Volleyball.
no volleyball and to straight in the sky to say the sport
In the sky.
in very low man no
You know what? I've got a list here. Let me go.
ที่จับวอลแล้วโยนไปใส่ที่ตะกร้าอะไรอย่างนี้ใช่ไหม
Do you know? I'll read the list. We'll find out for you. A long list.
ตัวตีลังกาที่มี
แต่ก็
มีแต่ตะก้อเสีย
แต่ก็ยังไม่ได้เข้าโอลิมปิกนะ
ที่อยู่บนบาร์แล้วก็เวียนตัว
Okay, you ready? Here we go. It's a long list. Archery. Archery, bow and arrow. No. Athletics, badminton, basketball. Reach. Ball. Fencing.
กระโดดไกลแบบ beautiful very beautiful days when days
Oh, synchronized swimming.
Gymnastic.
gymnastic
Gymnastics.
yes
Lovely, yeah. And then there's judo and golf.
and what
Golf. Little white ball and golf.
Tennis.
Rowing.
Tennis.
Yeah. There's lots of different sports now. And I think they have tennis. They have tennis now.
ping pong
Ping pong. I love ping pong. Do you like ping pong?
Table tennis.
Table tennis. Have you played table tennis? Have you ever played table tennis? Yeah, you've never played. Okay, I got sidetracked. That's what my. Do you know what that expression? I got sidetracked. Means I got off topic. We're supposed to be doing this, and then I started doing that. I got sidetracked. Let's go back to this. Sidetracked.
How do you spell S-Y?
Sidetracked.
S-I-G-N.
Side.
S-I-G-N.
Side.
ข้าง
Instead of staying here, I went to the side. Tracked. I went off track. I should be doing this, and I started doing that. So, sidetracked. Expression, I got sidetracked. Not focused. I'm not a good athlete. Okay. Oh, it's the other side.
just sidetrack is mean quick look
No, sidetrack means I forgot what I was doing. And then I started doing something else. That means off topic. Sidetrack. Okay. So I need someone over here now to read over the page. In 1904. This is hard. This is not easy, this one. Would you like me to read or would you like to try? You can try. Yes, yes.
พี่เธออ่านเลยครับอ่านตามเลยต่อ
Would you like to try beginning? Yeah. In 1904,
In 1904, for example, the Cuban runner Felix Carvajal
yeah, lost his.
lost his money in New Orleans and could not afford to take the train to St. Louis, Missouri,
Very good.
where the games were taking place. Nevertheless, the participated in the 76-mile Olympic marathon.
Marathon.
To do this, he had to run the 700 miles to St. Louis.
Okay, do you understand what he just did? He is a marathon runner for the Olympics. He is going to go to the Olympics to run 26 miles, a long way. Before he could get to the Olympics, he lost his money. He could not get to the Olympics to run the marathon.
Yeah.
So do you know what he did? He did not have any money for the train to go to the Olympics. So he ran the 700 miles to get to the Olympics. And then he ran the 26-mile marathon. Determination,
Determination
passion,
passion
ambition.
yeah.
Yes.
Not finance support
No finance, no, yeah, exactly. No financial support. And inspiration, he became an inspiration for others.
Yes.
Can you imagine running 700 miles to get to the Olympics and then running 26 miles for your Olympics marathon?
One.
I'm sorry, I keep reading, please. Yeah,
อ่านต่อเลยครับ
yeah.
Very hard.
Is the right
He arrived.
is the
To do
He
this.
arrived just in time for the
To do
beginning
this.
of the marathon. Moreover, after already running 700 miles, he succeeded in the finishing the marathon in 4th place. Another runner, a black American
Jesse Owens.
Jerry Owen, won for gold medal and the heart of the world.
Hearts of the world.
Heart of the world.
Hearts
Of the world in the 1936 Olympics in Berlin. As he received his medal, the ruler of Germany, Adolf Hitler, started
Cold.
on his seat.
Okay, who is Adolf Hitler?
เสร็จแล้ว
Do you know Adolf Hitler?
Yes
I know.
A good leader or a bad leader of his country?
bad lady
Bad leader.
I
some
know
people
Jesse
think
Owen.
bad lady
Pardon?
I know Jesse Owen.
You've heard of Jesse Owens?
Yeah, he is American that won for medal gold
Yes.
in Germany. In running, Jesse Owen was Adam Hitler.
Yes.
Don't want to like give a fear to them,
That's right.
just like racism.
Racism, that's exactly right. So Adolf Hitler was, of course, as we know, the horrible leader of Germany who caused so many horrible atrocities, and he was racist.
Yeah.
So it says here that the Olympics was being held in Berlin, And there's Adolf Hitler staring coldly, cold stare, when Jesse Owens wins the gold medals. Does that mean Adolf Hitler likes Jesse Owens or does not like Jesse Owens?
Don't like. Don't
No,
like.
no, he does not. Gives a horrible stare, look at Jesse Owens. Adolf Hitler was a racist. What is a racist? Do you know what a racist is?
Racist.
Racist.
Racism.
Racism. Yeah. He was a racist. And he means he did not like people who had a different religion,
Yeah.
different skin color.
Racism is same communism, right?
Same as
Communism. Communism.
communism? No,
Yeah,
different.
different, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Socialism.
Oh, you've been reading.
Socialism. Socialism.
Yeah, I think there's an I there somewhere. Socialism, communism. No, these are political, these are economic
Yeah.
and political. And then you have democratic. These are different political and economic systems and beliefs. So, democratic, yes, vote.
Yeah.
North America, you understand?
Yeah.
Communism was Russia
That's right. China.
and China. And socialism is sort of in
That's
between, not communism, but believing that everyone is equal to.
Yeah.
Racist, you can be a communist, you can be a socialist, and you can be a democratic person and believe that everyone is equal. So this has got nothing to do with that.
Oh.
Yeah, you can be living in the United States,
Oh.
like Donald Trump, and who is a Democrat,
Yeah.
and he, in my opinion, is a racist.
Oh.
In my opinion, I think Donald Trump is a little racist. I think he is.
Oh.
You can be a communist, believe in communism,
Yeah.
and be okay, and believe that everyone is equal and everyone is good. And And this is political systems. Yeah. This is someone who I don't understand why you would be racist. Anyone could be racist. Not good. Horrible. Horrible.
Teacher. The second was socialism.
Oh, this is.
SOCIAL.
Oh yeah, I mean,
So.
socialism. I. There is an I there. Sorry. I can't remember. Let me look it up. Socialism. But that was just because you asked me. We don't have to learn that. That's just because you asked me.
General question.
Yes, a good question. Oh, general, we could talk for days.
Yes.
Socialism. Socialism. Yeah, I think it's this one.
Yes. Second right.
This one?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, socialism. So this is yeah. So China, Russia. Socialism is, I think, Norway, and I think socialist government. Norway, Finland, I think socialist government. And then, yeah. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Within history,
Yeah.
quite a few people who have been communists have been racists.
Yeah.
I understand it, but not necessarily. Not necessarily. So Adolf Hitler was not a nice person at all. Now that's an understatement. When I say that, that's an understatement. Do you know what an understatement is? Okay. Right. This is a good one. When I said, now this would be an understatement. Here's the word. Statement. What I say. So if I say Adolf Hitler was a little bit bad. Oh my goodness. That is an understatement. Of course he was very bad. But if I say he's a little bit bad, that's an understatement. Okay. If I said, if I said, what's another thing I could say?
Understatement.
Okay, my favorite thing is let's see what an understatement is.
ระบบใต้ดินของมันนะระบบเงียบอะที่มันทำแล้วไม่มีใครรู้อะแล้วถึงเวลาแล้วมันก็ถูกขึ้นมาต่อได้
It's like, understatement. That's a good word to use. Say that was an understatement.
I still don't understand.
You say, no, I'm trying to think of an other example. If I say Thailand
yes
is a little bit hot, that is an understatement because Thailand is very hot in my mind. Okay? Does that make sense? I try and think about that one again. It means I'm really not saying, when I say something and it really doesn't tell us the right thing, I am using an understatement.
teacher and he made a system quite quiet system who and another who cannot know in the things.
Yeah. I'm going to think about this and come back to you tomorrow and tell you a little bit more. Might have to get Brother John to come in and explain what understatement is, because he can speak a bit of Thai and he will know.
ใต้ดินนะระบบใต้เนี่ย understatement
Yeah.
okay I can wait tomorrow
You'll have to wait. Wait for the next one. Yes. Okay. So now so we've gone through Hitler stayed coldly from his seat. Now here's the war. Would you like to please read the war?
Yeah. War between three cities crossed the ancient game only twice in 1,000 years.
Just wait. Start again and just go a bit slower.
Only twice in 1,000 years. Politically attempts into the Olympic Games. In modern times, however, this has not been the case. Political
And
conflicts.
it has not been the case.
Political conflicts have included the game more often than during the rule of Hitler.
Just during the rule of Hitler.
World War stopped on the celebration.
World War stopped the celebration of the Olympic in the 1960s. And the same thing happened in the 1940s. And the 1944 because of the South African politics people. Oh, what was the South African politics about? Do you know?
Big problem in the black people and the
Racism.
racism.
Again.
Yes.
White people.
White people.
bad people.
Very good. You got that, yes. people continue
and accuse the participant of molestation
of athletes
from that country, and at the 1972 Game Munich political
terrorists.
terrorists from the middle killed 17 people.
Yes.
Since then, many countries have avoided the game for religious reasons.
Yes, so for a period of time, for a short time, many countries did not enter into the Olympics, but not now. Today, most countries do. Yeah. Who would like to read the last one? We've got 3 people.
Venerable from Sri Lanka. Want to hear English?
Okay.
Yes.
In addition,
in addition to politics, there have been problems with the
athletes.
who compete in the games.
Well done.
Some have sent
Illegal drugs.
illegal drugs at time.
Oh, this is a hard word. Some have used illegal drugs and chemicals.
Chemical condiment as in the ancient Greek festivals. There have been increasing problem with the
Populism of
modern admission.
Good. Athletes. Good. I'm going to stop you there. Well done. And next one. In general.
In general, only amateur are supposed to compete in the Olympics, but the exact line between amateur and professional
Good.
can be thin one.
Can be a thin one.
Can be thin one. For this reason, participants and spectators worry about the future of the Olympic Games.
So there, even here, this is an old book. This book's pretty old. It's about, I don't know how many years old. But they're already talking about illegal drugs and people in the Olympics doing drugs. Why are these athletes doing drugs? Why are these athletes putting drugs into their bodies? Why do you think they do that?
They are.
It makes them stronger and yeah. Is it cheating?
Yes.
It's cheating. Who knows Lance Armstrong? Ever heard of Lance Armstrong? No, he was American. He's an American cyclist. Have you ever heard of the Tour de France? Cycling, biking? No? Sorry? Yeah. So Lance Armstrong is an American, and he entered the Tour de France bicycle race many times. It's an international known bike race, up mountains and hills, and it goes very far. And all the world watches this bike race in Europe too. It's in Europe, in France. And he won, and everyone, they open champagne bottles and they celebrate, and he's an American, Lance Armstrong. And he won. Next year he won. Next year he won. And next year he won. And he was making a lot of money by winning this bike race all the time. And some people in the media started to say, Lance Armstrong, you're a very good athlete. Maybe you're too good. Are you taking drugs? He said, no. And they were testing him and doing tests to make sure he was not taking drugs. And he won again. And he won again. And he's making millions of dollars. And he ended up in hospital once one time after the race. And he heard a nurse, do you know a nurse?
Yeah.
Came in the hospital, heard him saying, to his leader of the bike racing people that he was talking about taking more drugs for the next race. So the nurse went to the media and said, I heard Lance Armstrong say, I am taking drugs. And he said, so the media went to him and said, your nurse told us that she heard you say you're taking drugs. Are you taking drugs? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And then he won again. And so he won the Tour de France bike ride about 8-9 times. And everyone loved Lance Armstrong, big hero, all these things. And he was lying and cheating the whole time. He was taking drugs, and they didn't catch him. So he was a very big media on the news, on the TV, and they caught him. And they took away all his medals for those bike races. So if you can look him up online, he was not. And what was sad was he was a good. He was telling the children. He was a good Lance Armstrong. He was a good. What's the word? He was a good role model. He was supposed to be a good role model for children. You know, children were saying, I'm going to be like Lance Armstrong. I'm going to be a great cyclist. And Lance Armstrong was supposed to be a good role model. But he was a cheat and a liar. And so he's not a good role model for the children. Oh my gosh. It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Time's up now.
Time went very quickly.
It's nice to study with you, but
Oh, you are lovely. I don't know how much. I don't think you're learning very much, but at least we're talking a little bit.
Yeah,
so
that's nice. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So very quickly, let's do true or false. You can just call it out. The very first Olympic Games were held in Greece before the birth of Christ. True?
True.
Yeah. The old games were more exciting than the modern ones.
False, right?
False. Yeah, I think the modern games are more interesting. Yeah. The first Olympic athletes participated for money and for political reasons.
True.
True. The modern games are so spectacular that no sports event can match them. Probably pretty true.
True.
Politics haven't had an effect on modern Olympics.
True.
Politics haven't had an effect on modern
False,
Olympics.
right?
Probably. I think that's false, because politics has
Yeah,
an
yeah.
effect. The modern Olympics have some of the same problems that the original Olympics had. True. Drugs too, problems, cheating. So did you learn a little bit about Olympics today?
Yeah. Nice.
Repeat your answer again. 1, 2, or 4.
Which one? Number
One
one?
of them.
Oh. Could you read out? Could you read out true, false, true, false? Could you?
Yeah.
True.
True. False. True. True. False. True.
True, false, true, false, true. Thank you. You're welcome.
True. Our.
So tomorrow, Brother John will not be here. So I'll have a big class.
Class.
So
Tomorrow, what we talk about?
I don't know. What do you want to talk?
Center.
What do you want to talk about?
No, up to you. I don't know.
Well, what should we talk? Give me some ideas. We can do some different things. I need your help.
Yeah. เราเรียนอะไรดีครับพรุ่งนี้จะไปหาข้อมูล
Easy lesson. Positive class.
Big
We
class.
have to debate or discuss something, right?
Tense. Oh, present tense, future tense, past tense. We can do that. Yeah. What would you like?
Just talk about discuss something, debate something.
Discuss and debate. Okay, let's do that.
Because this room we have a conversation and topic.
Yeah, let's do much more conversation
Yeah,
tomorrow. What topic do you want to talk about?
After you. Yeah.
So are you used to doing conversation and debate?
Yeah.
All right.
The way to how people can improve.
Okay.